Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of Universe Mode here on WWE 2k22. It is the final week before Clash at the Castle, the big show in Cardiff, as well as the final week of shows in WWE 2k22. Yes, that's right, we're wrapping up our time here. We got a big one tonight. We got Kurt Angle Appreciation Night. The Olympic Gold Medalist is here in his hometown, so we're excited for that. But let's get into the action. If you're excited for this one as well as this series to continue into 2K23, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. When we hit 2K23, the same storylines that you see in this one will be in that game, so we are not starting from scratch. So all these matches are important, including this one we're starting off with. It is the Raw Tag Team Championships that are about to be on the line. The Street Profits with another chance to become a tag team champions. They are former Raw Tag Team Champions in their own right, and they want to win it another time here in this one. Before we get too much into the action, though, I want to say I appreciate all you guys' support. Since coming back here to YouTube, I have enjoyed it so far. I'm excited to continue on. But if you're interested in maybe some Rogue Energy, use my code Mr. Rob at checkout and the referral link down below, and you can get 10% off your purchase, and it does benefit me here on the channel as well, so I greatly appreciate that. You don't have to. You guys just watching this video and all the way to the end is more than enough for me. But now we'll get back into it. The nitty-gritty side of things is the Street Profits get ready and are now entering outside of the ring. They get ready for their championship clash, and it won't be easy because they are going up against the current reigning Raw Tag Team Champions. It is the team of Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Once more with MVP, it looks like, in their corner. He will be at ringside for this one. Since realigning themselves with MVP in recent times, these two have found a resurgence in their tag team endeavors. As we can say, they were former Raw Tag Champs, went on a very much of a cold streak, but we've seen MVP shake hands with these two in the back. We still don't know the full scale of their agreement, as we'll touch on that in just a second, though. It's time, though, for our opening contest. The Raw Tag Team Championships are on the line. Introducing first, it is the challengers. It is Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, going up against the current reigning Raw Tag Team Champions, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, who will walk out of here tonight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with the Raw titles. It is a big show in this one. Kurt Angle Appreciation Night, 2 titles on the line as well. We're going to have another championship match in our main event, Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar later. But this one is for those gold right there. The Raw Tag titles, Benjamin starting off for his team, Angelo Dawkins for his, and we are underway as we get ready and kick off this show. Raw Tag Team titles, the best that Raw's Tag Team division has to offer. This is Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits who gets the first start, slamming Shelton Benjamin to the mat. Street Profits, very accomplished tag team, one of the more longer tenured tag teams here. Former Raw Tag Team Champions in their own right, SmackDown and NXT. They've held the Triple Crown in terms of tag titles, but it's been a long time in between drinks. Haven't seen the Street Profits hold gold in quite a few years. But Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford would love to change that tonight, as Angelo Dawkins just slams down Shelton to the mat. There's been all Profits in the early going. It looks like they do indeed want the smoke, as it hasn't been the best year so far for the Street Profits. This would be a huge win for them, but they've had chances early this year. They had title opportunities against RK Bro. They came up unsuccessful against them. Weren't able to get the titles off of Rude and Ziggler early on. Montez Ford actually had a United States Championship opportunity just last month in an open challenge against, at the time, it was Austin Theory, and Montez Ford was unable to capture United States Championship on that night. So they've had their opportunities. They just haven't been able to close. We'll have to see if they're able to do it here tonight. But this Angelo Dawkins start is certainly going to help things. But right as I say that, Benjamin gets back to his feet. And there's a corkscrew takedown. And wisely, the veteran maneuver makes the tag to Cedric Alexander. As now the Charlotte, North Carolina native is in the ring. But Angelo Dawkins not showing any signs of slowing down. Trying to hit a suplex on Alexander. And he's able to get him up and over. Nice move there by Dawkins. Because now he's going to go tag in Montez Ford. Get the freshman, even though Dawkins has been dominating in the early part of this contest. And Alexander looking to take an opportunity. Kick to the midsection, down goes forward. Alexander quickly up to the top rope. This is what he's known for. He knows how to fly. But Dawkins saves his partner from a future move. Shoves Alexander off of the top rope. Ford had no idea what was coming, but he certainly is going to take advantage of that one. Raw Tag Team titles on the line here tonight. Wondering maybe why we're having this match. Well, it is Kurt Angle Appreciation Night after all, and one of the superstars who is synonymous with Angle's career is Shelton Benjamin. They were former Team Angle teammates back in about 20 years ago, matter of fact. So might as well have him defend the title there tonight as Alexander sends Ford over the top rope and then hits a nice senton to the outside on Dawkins. So a beautiful combination of moves there by Alexander to take out both members of the Street Profits. And it's moves like that are why Alexander and Benjamin have been able to recapture the tag titles. There's ref up to a count of 3. Alexander's back in the ring, but meanwhile Ford's on the outside trying to take out MVP. Ford says, I don't care who you are, I'm going to take you out, as MVP gets taken down to the mat, or on the outside, excuse me. Not sure if he was expecting that one. And then Alexander's going to hang up Dawkins, and Ford's going to hang up Benjamin. So everybody's just attacking anybody at this point. Doesn't matter if you're the legal superstar or not. But the two legal ones finally get back to throwing down as Alexander with a couple of shots there to Ford. As I was touching on before this match started, Alexander and Benjamin have had a career resurgence in the tag division. We know MVP is alive with them. We don't know the full extent. It seems like MVP is firmly in the corner of Alexander and Benjamin, which you can't forget. Oh, hold on 1 second. Rope break actually by Montez Ford. But don't forget, MVP is also the manager of Bobby Lashley. Now, Lashley is the reigning WWE champion. He has a big match coming up this Saturday at Clash of the Castle as well. He's defending his WWE championship in a fatal 4-way match against Styles, Sheamus, and Edge. But MVP is still the manager of Lashley. He has not accompanied to Lashley in any of his matches in quite some time, though. So despite the fact he's his quote-unquote manager, MVP has really done anything but that in recent times. And Lashley, he says it's his idea. He doesn't want MVP in his corner. Doesn't say he needs him. He says they're still the best of friends. But MVP has definitely spent a lot more time around Benjamin and Alexander. Could we see a reunion of the Hurt Business? We'll have to touch on that later as Dawkins is trying to put away Benjamin there and regain the Raw Tag Team Championships. As Dawkins has looked very impressive in this match. But Montez Ford gets a lot of the hype. You know, everybody knows that Ford has the potential to be an absolute superstar in this company. But you can't sleep on Angelo Dawkins. He's done a phenomenal job in training himself and getting him better equipped and just the endurance or the high flyingness or the power. Angelo Dawkins is putting together a solid career for himself as well. And he also could be a force if he decided to go at it one-on-one. Well, Montez Ford now is back into the contest. He's going to get Benjamin back up to his feet. Front headlock there. Lifts him up on his shoulder, but the veteran out the back door and hits him with a chop block to the back side of the knee. And that is the opening that Benjamin needed to go make the tag. Now Cedric Alexander will rejoin this contest. Ford does a nice job of blocking that punch, but gets planted for his efforts. Face first goes Montez. And Alexander has done a good job for his team of controlling the pace. Hasn't allowed any of the Street Profits to get an opening, as now Alexander going to try to head back up to the turnbuckle again, this time not in the corner of the Street Profits. Alexander, what does he have in mind? Trying to kick forward, but it's just going to hit a nice double axe handle across the top of the back. Now going to shoot the half. Try to regain and retain the titles right here, right now. It only gets a 1 count. Ford does kick out. Dawkins there as well. And he's going to send Benjamin crashing to the outside. Alexander didn't really like the interference, but Dawkins gets met with a Spanish fly for his effort. Beautiful move there by Alexander, but it gives Ford the opening to get back in this contest. Nice standing shooting star press there. And now Ford could be lining up Alexander. Could the Profits be closing in on the titles? A nice blockbuster. Down goes one half of the champs. And now in position, Ford to the top rope. Could we see it? From the heavens, frog splash on Alexander. 1, 2. We have new Raw Tag Team Champions. The Street Profits win gold tonight as Ford puts Alexander away with the frog splash. This was a very good contest, but in the end, The Street Profits are able to pick up the victory, give a huge assist to Angelo Dawkins. Took that Spanish fly for Montez Ford, and Ford able to capitalize. Congratulations to Street Profits, now two-time Raw Tag Team Champions. Want to see what's next and see how this title reign will go. But congratulations, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Already a hot start to the show, but we still got plenty of action in this one as we get ready once more for Clash at the Castle. Next up, we'll see the New Day take on Los Lotharios in tag action. Dominic Mysterio will square up against Apollo Crews. Jinder Mahal and The Miz will team up to face Braun Breaker and Ciampa. Breaker and The Miz have not been on the same page as of late, so they got a little bit of a budding rivalry there. Alpha Academy will team up to face two members in that Fatal 4-Way, Sheamus and Bobby Lashley. A little bit of bedfellows matchup there. We'll see how they coexist. Triple threat match to determine the number one contender to the Raw Women's Championship. Raquel Rodriguez, Doudrop, and Lacey Evans. And our main event, Rey Mysterio puts the United States Championship on the line against Santos Escobar. The New Day are victorious over Los Lotharios. Cruz gets a big win over Dominic Mysterio. Ciampa and Breaker are able to knock off Mahal and The Miz, while Lashley and Sheamus do put their differences aside and knock off Alpha Academy. But now it's time for triple threat action to determine the number one contender to the Raw Women's Championship. Well, recently we did just have the WWE Draft here on the channel. If you didn't see the episode, I would recommend go checking it out, as we had a lot of people move back and forth. And one of the superstars who switched brands on that night is this one, Raquel Rodriguez. Now, she was a newcomer to Friday Night SmackDown. Actually made her main roster debut just about a month ago at this point. So won a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. So it's been a very hot start for Raquel Rodriguez. Wasn't necessarily drafted to Monday Night Raw. She was actually traded to the Red Brand for Bayley. But Raquel Rodriguez with another big opportunity here tonight, as the winner of this match is the number one contender to Bianca Belair and that Raw Women's Championship. And we'll get that match this coming weekend at Clash at the Castle. As the second superstar making her way to the ring is Doudrop, a superstar who's actually fought Bianca Belair on plenty of occasions, but is someone that you can never count out. Doudrop took Becky Lynch earlier this year to the limit at the Royal Rumble for that same title. While Doudrop has not been able to acquire gold just yet, it seems like it is only a matter of time for this young lady. She's dominant, she's powerful, she is somebody you don't want to mess with. She has quite a bit of a mean streak with her as well. Can Doudrop get it done tonight? It's not going to be easy, as we get ready for the last superstar to make her way to the ring. It is also another new member of the Raw roster. Lacey Evans gets ready for this contest, the third woman in this matchup. She was drafted to Monday Night Raw, a part of that WWE draft, and gets met with a big opportunity here tonight. It's been a very impressive past month or two for Lacey. She's been in a lot of high-profile matches and would like to have one more chance at capturing some gold. And she'll get there if she can win here tonight. As we get ready for this triple threat match, I apologize if you hear my dog in the background. Just loves to chew on that bone whenever I go into the office for these videos. But I do love him. But what I also love is this triple threat match getting ready to start as Raquel Rodriguez, Doudrop, and Lacey Evans. The winner moves on to Clash at the Castle and a chance at the Raw Women's Championship. We are ready and we are here to go. Triple threat rules: first pinfall or submission wins the match. All three competitors legal at the same time. As right now, early on, is Raquel Rodriguez trying to display her power. We touched on Rodriguez's quick success here on the main roster. Won her first match with high stakes, able to qualify for Money in the Bank. We'll see if she can do the same thing here tonight as another high stakes matchup with a championship on the line. Or as I say that, she got taken down by Doudrop, and now quickly Doudrop trying to establish the pace here, trying to get that early momentum. She drops Lacey Evans in the corner, now turns her attention to Rodriguez and tries to Irish whip her into that exact same post. But Rodriguez able to put on the brakes, trying to fight back here. It's Doudrop now. Lacey Evans, though, back to her feet, back to her senses, and going to send Doudrop up over the top rope and down to the floor. And now look to isolate Raquel Rodriguez. Made a little bit of a rookie mistake there. You don't want to go pose to the top turnbuckle when you got to worry about two other superstars. It's now Lacey Evans looking to establish control. Actually going for a submission here early on. Rodriguez. Doudrop realizes what's going on in the ring. She will make her way there and break up the hold. But Lacey Evans recently came back from injury, and it's been a pretty impressive showing for Lacey Evans. Actually, it wasn't injury, excuse me. She actually gave birth to another child. So we do congratulate her on that. But Lacey Evans recently returned, had a big SmackDown Women's Championship match at SummerSlam against Ronda Rousey at the time. And Lacey Evans was not successful on that night, but Evans definitely laid an impact. After that match, Lacey ended up attacking Ronda Rousey after the bell, laid out the baddest woman on the planet, and actually opened up Rousey to a Money in the Bank cash-in. Becky Lynch cashed in Money in the Bank at the SummerSlam pay-per-view, beat Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. But as we learned on that night, SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch did sustain a shoulder injury, had to vacate the title just 5 days after winning it. And what did Lacey Evans do? She said that Becky Lynch went back on her deal. She had promised Evans a Women's Championship opportunity. Lynch said that she indeed made a mistake, shouldn't have made that promise. And Evans insulted Lynch and attacked her. So now Lynch on the shelf for quite some time. And the Lacey Evans has become quite hated, I would hate to say, here in the women's division. But another opportunity. She would love to get another crack at the Women's Championship that she feels like she is owed. She just has to beat Raquel Rodriguez and Doudrop here tonight in order to obtain that opportunity. Right now looking good here against Rodriguez. Tries to send her to the outside, unable to do so, but does plant Doudrop from behind. As Doudrop will roll to the outside now, turning her attention back to Rodriguez, and she hits a nice neck breaker there and floats over into the splash. As Lacey has looked very good in this matchup. It's hard to believe, but I mean, Raquel Rodriguez and Doudrop still relatively new to the main roster. So out of all three women in this match, Lacey Evans has the most experience in high-profile contests like this. She's been on high-stakes matchups. She's fought for the Women's Championships on a number of occasions. So she's used to matchups of this caliber. As Doudrop now looking to re-enter the fray. But Evans continues to take it to Rodriguez. Doudrop just happy to watch on. Tries to go for a sneak attack here, but Lacey catches her and plants her down. An inverted pile driver onto Doudrop. Doudrop thought she had the upper hand, but Lacey Evans said otherwise. And now drops Doudrop with that women's right. This to win it, gets two, but no, Doudrop actually kicks out. Lacey Evans cannot believe it. She shot that shoulder up. The women's right did not get her the victory there. Now Lacey Evans, who's dominated this matchup, just fired her best shot. You have to think, is maybe she having some second thoughts here. As Doudrop tried to regain back into this contest. Meanwhile, Raquel Rodriguez is on the outside posing for the crowd. I think she's just happy to let her two opponents tear each other apart. Not a bad strategy there. As Doudrop just indeed plants Lacey Evans. Now going to go for the pinfall. Rodriguez wisely now going to try to get back in the ring and will indeed break up the pinfall. Now Rodriguez and Doudrop square off. Doudrop going to wisely send her to the outside. Try to isolate one competitor. This is what you want to do in a triple threat match. This is your opportunity to get that coveted pinfall or submission. As Doudrop trying to take it to Lacey Evans, but Raquel Rodriguez already back to her feet right as Doudrop hits a nice suplex onto the former U.S. Marine. And now turning her attention to Rodriguez. Doudrop with a nice submission applied here. Plants Rodriguez, and Doudrop looking all sorts of good here. We talked about it could be the dark horse in these kind of matchups. Would love another crack at Bianca Belair and that Raw Women's Championship. But she gets taken down to the outside by Rodriguez. And all three superstars, I think, realizing, trying to fire their best shots. Rodriguez currently taking it to Lacey Evans. Two back-to-back clotheslines. But she's not done. Going to get Lacey back to her feet. A third time it connects with a short arm clothesline. Maybe softening her up for that Tejada bomb. As this could be it. No, Rodriguez just going to flapjack her over. Face first. I think Evans caught a little bit of the turnbuckle there on the way down as well. Nasty landing there There's Rodriguez. The crowd firmly behind her in this matchup. But went for the big kick. Evans caught it. And now looking to capitalize the front face lock DDT. Down goes Rodriguez. And just like that, Lacey Evans taking control. Gets her back to her feet. Once more flips her down. Flips through. And now working away on that left arm. And connects a nice big somersault. Now Doudrop back in the ring. Evans quickly changes opponents, but Doudrop not going to allow her to take her to the corner. Fights out of it. Rodriguez now on the outside. And Doudrop, this could spell disaster here. Goes for a big running powerbomb onto Lacey Evans with a force on that one. And Lacey could be in a lot of trouble here. Doudrop trying to shoot the half. Trying to get the pinfall here. Gets one. No, doesn't even get a 2 count. Lacey Evans kicks out before that hand hit the mat. But Doudrop not letting up on the offense. Another sit-out powerbomb. Not sure how much more Lacey Evans could take of those. Doudrop could be closing on the victory. Rodriguez still hasn't yet fully come to her senses there on the outside. And now Evans up on the shoulders. Doudrop tried to hang her up. Evans out the back door. Both superstars collar and elbow tie up. Now Evans with a handful of Doudrop. And Doudrop will fight out. Both superstars going back and forth here. This is a crucial part of this matchup. As Rodriguez re-enter the ring and quickly from behind takes down Lacey Evans. Down it goes Evans, and now Doudrop and Rodriguez left standing. And there's a big suplex again from Doudrop. All three superstars actually going all out here, firing their best shot at each other. Who will walk away with that #1 contendership? A lot on the line here. It could be Doudrop if she hits this move, though. Lining up Rodriguez, who's back to her feet. Doudrop plants her down into the mat. Nice driver there. Rodriguez in a lot of trouble, but actually gets the right foot underneath the rope. I think it might have just been the toe tips that get underneath there, but the ref does call for the rope break. Doudrop, man, might have just been inches away from moving on to Clash at the Castle. This match continues on. Rodriguez firing. Couple of strikes, backs up Doudrop, drops her down to the mat here. And now Rodriguez asking her to bring it, trying to fire herself up here for what could be the closing moments of this matchup. Going for that Tejada bomb on Doudrop. Look at the power. A Tejada bomb on Doudrop into the pinfall. Gets 2, but Doudrop just gets the leg up, where I think Lacey Evans might have broke that one up. And now look at Lacey, quick to capitalize. The inverted pile driver. High on the shoulder blades, stack on Rodriguez. Then now Evans into the cover, gets 1, gets 2, and no, Rodriguez kicks out. I thought Lacey had it there, trying to sneak in for the opportunity, but this could be up, lining her up for that big women's right, and she connects. The women's right, down goes Rodriguez quickly into the pinfall, gets 2, and Lacey Evans will move on to Clash at the Castle. Doudrop could not get there in time. And Lacey now has a date with Bianca Belair and that Raw Women's Championship. A hard-fought matchup by all three women. Just a sensational showing, but only one can move on. And it will be Lacey Evans. Another shot at gold. Will the former Marine be able to capitalize this time? Well, it is Kurt Angle Appreciation Night, so there he is. Congrats to Kurt Angle. And look who it is. Gable Steveson backstage here at Raw. 2 Olympic medalists. What a sight this is. Shaking hands. Steveson and Angle. We've seen the similarities between theirs two and their careers. Oh, what a sight. Welcome, Kurt Angle. Congratulations on a phenomenal career. I'd actually love to see more Kurt Angle and Gable Steveson interactions in the future. Hopefully we see that. But now it's time for our main event, the second championship clash of the night. It is for the United States Championship in a encounter that has quickly become personal between these two. Santos Escobar, Rey Mysterio. A lot of bad blood, a lot of animosity, a lot of history between these two superstars. And what better way to battle out than for the United States Championship? As Santos Escobar makes his way to the ring. No Legado del Fantasma at his side in this one. Just Mano E-Mano, man-to-man. Santos Escobar has now made his way in the ring, and we await the United States Champion, Rey Mysterio, who's had quite a career. You can almost say it's Hall of Fame worthy, as I think it's only a matter of time before he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame when he decides to call it quits. Wink, wink. And here he is in all of his glory with the championship, a 3-time United States champion. Recently won that title on actually his appreciation item when we celebrated Rey Mysterio's 20 years in the business. He beat Austin Theory for that championship. He's had a pretty incredible run since, as Rey Mysterio makes his way to the squared circle. The masked luchador. Never been one to back down. Always been the ultimate underdog, but is always willing to defend his championship. And because of that, we get met with an awesome main event in our last show before the pay-per-view. Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. But Rey is now in the ring as he hands over the gold. And we get ready for our main event. United States Championship will be on the line. 2 title matches on free TV. Who doesn't love that? Let's send it down to the ring. Following contest for the United States Championship. Introducing first the challenger, Santos Escobar. And his opponent, he is the United States Champion, Rey Mysterio. Well, as you can see, Rey took a long look at that championship, taking another glance at it just now. I think he realizes the stakes in this one is that it's what it's all about. Referee with title in hand. United States Championship on the line. And will it be Santos Escobar? Or will it be Rey Mysterio who walks out of Pittsburgh with that championship? We're about to find out. Our main event is here, and it is Rey for this one. Both superstars square up in the center of the ring, and Rey Mysterio quickly goes for a cover here on Santos Escobar. Ref slow to get in position, but only gets a 1 count there. This has been a rivalry that's expanded quite some time here on Monday Night Raw. Santos Escobar came to the Raw brand a few months ago back in June. And at first it looked like he wanted to be on the same page as Rey Mysterio. Showed a little bit of respect, he said, to the luchador. Rey at first was a little hesitant, but as time went on, these two, it seems like Santos was being authentic, congratulating, respecting Rey. Eventually, Rey thought maybe Santos Escobar had turned his pages. We've seen Santos down in NXT. We know what Santos, his past, is really about. And eventually they teamed up and actually had a shot at the Raw Tag Team Championships together. They were actually unsuccessful on that night. And that is when Santos Escobar showed his true colors. He backstabbed Rey Mysterio, attacked him after the match, and has become personal ever since. Escobar says Mysterio's time has come and gone. It is time for him to be the future and the present of luchador wrestling here in the WWE. And he has targeted that United States Championship. These two just recently, last week on Monday Night Raw, went one-on-one. That match ended in a double countout. So Adam Pearce scheduled this match for our main event. There must be a winner. We will crown the winner of this rivalry here tonight. Right now it does look like Rey Mysterio in the early going. But don't count out Santos Escobar. As Rey drop kick to the back. 3-time United States champion. Trying to set one last solid singles run here against the new blood of the WWE. Gets Escobar back to his feet. Couple of shots there to the leg. And there's a nice step up enziguri for Rey Mysterio. We mentioned earlier, no Santos Escobar's Legado del Fantasma at ringside, but also for Rey, you see no Dominic Mysterio. Mysterio actually lost earlier in the night to Apollo Crews, so maybe he's in the back just recovering, but I don't think Mysterio is really one that wants backup or relatively needs backup at ringside. So this one is literally just one-on-one. Santos Escobar just a moment ago got the double knees up on Rey, and ever since then, Santos has firmly taken control of this contest. Nice drop kick to the back for good measure. Down goes Mysterio. I'm going to try to fight back into this one. As Rey goes with a big Canadian Destroyer. How about that from Rey Mysterio, pulling out the big moves here, trying to retain the championship, but gets a 1 count. A Canadian Destroyer out of the Master of the 619. Not sure if I've ever seen him pull that out very often. But you got to do what you got to do in these kind of matchups. Now has Escobar propped on the top rope. What's Rey thinking here? Is he thinking Super Hurricane Rana? No, he's going to go with an Avalanche Bulldog from the top rope. Rey Mysterio drives Escobar hard into the mat, and now Rey quickly back up to the top rope, thinking Frog Splash, and he does a Frog Splash here on Santos. Escobar gets 1, gets 2, and gets 3. Rey Mysterio with an emphatic title defense here tonight in our main event. Connects with the big Frog Splash. You got to think maybe a shout out to Eddie Guerrero, the late great friend of Rey, as he plants Santos Escobar, and this sensational run by Rey Mysterio continues tonight with another title defense. He can move on past Santos Escobar as we wrap up tonight's show. Congratulations, Rey Mysterio. He is victorious. But now it is all go for the Red Brand to Clash at the Castle just this Saturday. The field is set on the Raw side, and we have awesome matches. We know women's tag team titles will be on the line. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley will face their toughest challenge yet. They defend against Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, a rivalry that is heated up, and it is heated up quickly. We will walk away with the women's tag titles. Also, we know now from tonight, Belair will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Lacey Evans, as Bianca Belair, who's been a phenomenal champion, ready for that women's right. Also, another match made official tonight. The Street Profits will defend against the former champs. Yes, it is the rematch at Clash of the Castle. The new champions will defend against the old champions, who will walk away with those tag titles. And then lastly, Fatal 4-Way WWE Championship on the line. Bobby Lashley has had a phenomenal reign as champion, but is he bitten off more than he can chew? He's got to defend against AJ Styles, Sheamus, and the Hall of Famer Edge, who will walk away here with the WWE Championship. All that will be decided at Clash of the Castle. Our next pay-per-view, it'll be the last pay-per-view for the main roster in WWE 2k22. You're not going to want to miss it. I think I'm shooting for next weekend, I think is when we will premiere that one here on the channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more WWE content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.